Hey, it's Bas Tadros. I am so excited to share this great news that I've just received. It's hot off the press. So, late last year, I was given some really shocking news. Around November last year, I was just doing a random blood test and it came back that I have not one, but two diseases. Well, the doctor couldn't really explain. First thing he said is you got thyroid disease. And I was like, I don't understand. Don't women get thyroid disease? I've never heard of a man having a thyroid disease. Next thing, are you going to tell me I'm a woman? No joke. I was shocked. Then he said, no, you've got autoimmune disease and that's attacking your thyroid. So I said, wait 1 second, let me understand this. Do I have one disease or two? And he couldn't explain it. He said, your immune system's attacking itself, hence autoimmune, which is attacking your thyroid gland. And I was so puzzled and confused. So I said, okay, what do I need to do? What's the answer? What's the medical solution? And he said, the solution is you've got to go on thyroxine for the rest of your life. And I said, being medicated for the rest of my life doesn't sound like a solution. Is this thyroxine going to fix the autoimmune or the thyroid? And he said, no. I said, so why would I take it? I Googled it in front of him and I said, look at all the side effects. These side effects are side effects I don't currently have. I just did a random blood test to check on things because I haven't done one in a long time. So why would I do this? Why don't we do another test in a few months? I'm going to go work on myself. And so I worked on myself. And let me say, from spiritual, mental, physical, I didn't leave a thing unturned. And I nearly had a breakdown. I had a little cry in the car and my first thoughts were, why? Why God? Why me? I'm a good boy. I help people. I do good things for a living. Why would I be blessed to have two diseases? And the answer was, with that sense of humor, basically, it is a blessing. I've got your attention. Your body's got your attention. Go and do some research. So I went and did some research. And the things that I had no answers for, I found the answers. The first thing is this. If you've ever been on a course of antibiotics, you know that antibiotics are not good for you. And I'd been, in the previous couple of years, on a very strong course of antibiotics. And that strong course of antibiotics was to, if you've heard of the Halobacter bacteria, I had that blessing. And so I reduced that significantly by going on antibiotics. Again, I don't recommend antibiotics, but they were a means to an end, if you will. And I managed to take them and reduced Halobacter, got rid of it a few years back. So what the research showed is by having a course of antibiotics, especially strong ones like those, it undermines your gut lining and it causes what they call leaky gut of some kind, because basically food seeps into your bloodstream, your body reacts to it, hence the immune system going out of control. And I'm going to give you actual results. For those that are out there that are medical or have any ideas, I'm going to declare this right now. I cured my own hashimotos and autoimmune disease, which was attacking my thyroid apparently. So anyway, first thing I researched was there's actually no such thing that your immune system attacks itself. But these days, everything is labeled autoimmune, which can't be explained. So type 2 diabetes is a form of autoimmune disease and it can be fixed. So what did I do? I changed my diet and I'm going to share with you the actual numbers. The worst and most horrendous was my TSH. It was 12 and I got it down to 5. Literally just got off the phone with the doctor and got the results. My T4 was very high, and so my T3 was okay, but now my T4 is normal, my T3 is normal. This is to do with the thyroid. So T4, T3, TSH for non-medical people, it's to do with thyroid. I had no idea what any of these things were before this diagnosis. I got my son in the background trying to get my attention. So I'll quickly wrap this up. The things to do with autoimmune is the TPO and the TG. And they basically mean you have too many high antibodies. Hey, gorgeous. I'm just sharing some good news here with people. And so but my TPO went from 1300, that's 1,300 to 300. And my TG, which was 69, is now 5.2, which is considered normal. Anything below 4 is ideal, but 5.2 is much better than 69, if you know what I mean. So here's my tips for you. I'll keep it short and sweet. If you have been diagnosed with any autoimmune or anything to do with your thyroid, boost your B12, your zinc, and your vitamin D. And that's it. And what's your dietary? The other thing is Hashimoto's, if anyone knows anything about it, there's hypo and hyper thyroids, and this is one of those things that's been diagnosed. I believe it's hyper of the thyroid. So obviously I'm not a doctor. I'm not sharing with you any medical advice here. Do seek medical advice, even though some medical doctors have no idea about these things. I've just been lucky enough to do the research, get good information, and from one GP who diagnosed 2 diseases to another that I just got off the phone with, who's actually pretty intelligent and she knows her stuff. And she said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, and boost your B12, your zinc, your vitamin D. So if you've been on my journey, there have been a couple of really good friends that have supported me through this. Dr. Simon, I won't name all of them, but Dr. Simon Martin has been one of them. George, no, that's his surname. Ricardo George is a good man. He's also a doctor and a good friend of ours. He's given me some good advice. I've had my friend Margie. She gave me some amazing advice and some really good nutrition. I got my little one in here really quickly. So I'm going to wrap this up. If you need any advice, you need any help from me, you can contact me through my website, bastadros.com, and I can give you as much information as I can. Like I said, I never left anything unturned with this, from spiritual to emotional to mental. And as you can see, I'm a young father of 2 beautiful boys, and I wanted to make sure that I lived for them long enough to hopefully see their grandchildren, or to see their children, my grandchildren. And health is really important, and when a doctor says you've got abnormalities or you've got diseases, it can be really alarming. But don't just settle for the first suggestion or the first thing that they give. I actually had that doctor in shock because he said to me, this is the medication, take it. And I said, no, I'm gonna go and research this and fix it. And I have. So I'm going to send him those results as a compliment and say thank you for being part of my journey as well. If you have any questions, anything that you need some assistance with, let me know. And I'm just going to say that this Hashimoto's, the main causes for it, other than the antibiotics, is stress. So reducing stress is a real blessing. I'm grateful that I'm able to do what I do, and I do what I love, and I'm able to reduce stress. But I must say I have been through extreme periods of stress throughout my life. I'm talking extreme. And they are part of the blessings, part of the reasons why I'm able to help people that are dealing with stress. So I'm designing an online program at the moment to help people reduce stress, because stress literally is a killer. It's a killer that affects people physically and mentally. So that's it. I'm wrapping it here. Speak to you soon. God bless, and be well.